Hello! This is my DIY pergola that I created for a friend. It's great for just sitting underneath to keep the rain off, keeping the hot sun off in the summer. You could put a hot tub under there. You could put some trellis and grow plants up and over the top. It's a heavy duty pergola, this one, so it's got some thick corner posts and a rubber membrane top. So it's super high quality. Continue to watch the video and I'll show you the steps I took to create this pergola. I got 3 sheets of oriented strand board. These are 2,440 times 1,220 millimeters by 18 millimeters thick. So these boards I covered in bitumen paint for the underneath, just so they don't absorb any moisture. Also for the size of the pergola, I used the boards as a guide. So the length would have been 2,440, and then I did a 3-meter width, just so the boards fit nicely on top without any gaps. On the previous picture you saw that the pergola had some edging and the joists. Well, this is the timber for that. So we've got some 7-inch by 2-inch, we've got some 4-inch by 2-inch and some 3-inch by 2-inch. So the 7-inch by 2-inch, that's going to go around the front and the backs, like you saw in the previous picture. And then the next one is the 4-inch by 2-inch. That's going to create hangers around the inside of that edging for the 3-inch by 2-inch to sit on to form joists to support your roof. So that is the plan. And the last timbers we've got here are the mighty 7-inch by 7-inch 4 corner posts. These are big, heavy posts. These are going to last decades. And they're going to support the whole pergola. So they're the 4 posts there that you can see. So let's start making. So I wanted 2 rear posts of 2 meters and 2 front posts of 2 meters 20, just so I've got a slope on top of the pergola. So I started cutting off the ends of the posts to get them to the right size. So there's the 2 rear posts there. You know, these posts are that thick that they literally stand up on their own. So while I was placing these in position, just with one single piece of timber on the top, they stayed in place. And there's a front post there. Again, the posts are that thick, they kind of just prop up. So I've just got a crate on the fence there. I don't know if you'll build yours next to a fence if you build one, but it just props up the post there so I can see what's going on and I can see the levels of the roof. Okay, with my posts cut to size, I then went on and started fixing the edging for the roof. This is the 7-inch timbers that I pointed out earlier on, and they're screwed in with just decking screws. You can see here that the front overhangs quite a bit. That's just the look I wanted. I think if the posts come right to the edge, it doesn't quite look as nice, okay? And another reason for that overhang at the front and the back is to be able to fit the boards on without cutting them down, and so they fit without any gaps. And that's the 2,240 millimeter width boards that we talked about earlier on. So I'm cutting notches out of 3x2 timbers. And this is because I wanted to slot the timbers behind the rear post, so you can see there's a notch cut out and the timber's gone behind. That's just to finish the job off properly, because the frame of the roof overhangs them posts, like we said earlier on. So this is just to allow for them to fit down that gap, as you can see there, nice and neat, and it also makes it a bit more solid. So I carried on working around, adding in the timbers for my joist hangers, screwing them in with decking screws. I used clamps, as you can see there on the left, to hold the hangers in place while I put the screws in. It just makes life a little bit easier. You can see there, butted right up to the large corner post on both sides. And there you can see my timbers all in place, ready to start putting on the joists from front to back. We moved on to getting the joists in place. To get these the right length, I laid them over the top and I marked it with a pencil. This part reminded me a little bit of my loft conversion, because essentially we are laying flooring joists on hangers to support that roof. So it was kind of bringing back memories. If you haven't seen the loft conversion video, have a look at my channel and you'll find it there. Okay, 2 joists in place, screwed from below up through the hanger that we put in earlier. They're nice and strong. If you look where they're positioned, I've basically got one of the boards, put it on the roof, and then positioned the joists kind of midway between the edge of the board and the start of the next board, if you know what I mean. So that way, then the boards will be supported by them first 2 joists that I've put in. I've now cut timbers to size to pin them joists together. So they're all pinned together, and what this does is supports the roof once more, but as well it strengthens the whole structure and pulls it all together. And there from above you can see all the joists together, ready for my roofing boards to go in place. Now if you can remember from earlier, I said we had 3 boards for the roof. Well, I gave them a coat of bitumen paint, but now I'm just giving them an extra coat just for a bit of added protection from that moisture. So I'm just going over with a roller, quick and easy, dries fast in the sun too. So I've climbed up and fixed my first board in place, just screwed that down, and then just continued along with the second board, which is exactly the same size. And the third board, which I just measured and then trimmed down on my benches with my handsaw, and then just fixed that up as well. So, on to the finishing touch for the roof. I've gone with a rubber roof kit, which is very hard wearing and is guaranteed to last. So I bought the kit, it was a set with all the bonding equipment and the edging, and then just proceeded to lay down my rubber on top of the boards that I've just put up there. It's quite simple to do. You get some plastic edging with the kit that goes on the side of your edges, and it's got like a curved edge on there. I don't know if you can see from the picture. So when your rubber is laid over there, it's not pressing against the wood, so it's not going to damage the rubber in any way. It presses against the edging that you've put on there, if that makes sense. This is the adhesive you get in the kit. You get a roller, and you just roll this around the edge of your pergola roof, fold the rubber over, and it bonds quite well, sticks down. So there you can see the wood underneath the rubber that I'm about to put my glue on. So the final part to this would be to put your edging on. You just tack that around the edge, and then once you're finished, trim off the rubber that's overhanging there. As you can see in the picture, we just go around some scissors or a Stanley knife and trim that off. And that's it, basically. Then you've got your pergola. You can decorate this with some plants. I recommend putting some trellis up as well. So you could grow some plants up and it'll look amazing in the summer. You can put some lights like we have in the top there, which lights up underneath. And it just looks amazing. Real good feature to the garden. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Thank you. Bye.